Time is money. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Beaman's
about it.
takeaways could be.
My name is Leo Ains on behalf of SCB, and today I am here to host the face-off between the main event of SCB 002 War in Worthing. And I'm excited, I can't lie, the build-up's looking good. The guys on the card, like, the followings might not be massive. Some people have a big following, some people are just building that up. But you say whatever you want, everyone on this card, they want to fight, and a fight is what you're going to get. So I'm commentating the fights on May 27th. Be sure to get your tickets because the fights are so entertaining. If you're not excited, then I don't really know what to say to you. But even if you're not, then I'm going to be making my commentating debut. So come along just for that, if you want, which would be stupid because the fight's going to be insane anyway. But let's not stall. Let's introduce the first half of the main event on SCB 002. Coming out of the blue corner, we got Badboybeaman. Bad boy, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. How's training been going?
It was going all right. Started having a couple of takeaways more recently. I'll probably get back into the training in a week or two, probably, or whenever I feel like it, to be honest. Yeah, so it's going well.
What takeaways are we talking?
Chinese, McDonald's, Indian, it doesn't matter. Whatever I can get my hands on, really, mate.
Fair play, bro. Fair play. And now, the second half to the main event. This guy means business. Coming out of the red corner, we have the one and only Jayst. Jay, how are you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. You?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. I'm all good. How's training been going?
Yeah, it's been going well, man. Camp started last week. Rest day today. Back at it tomorrow.
Good to hear, bro. Good to hear. All right, so this question's for both of you, but I assume this is the first time you guys have been on call with each other or just seen each other and had the chance to actually communicate kind of in person. So starting off with Badboybeaman, how do you feel looking at Jayst? He's got the beanie on, he's wearing the hood rich. How does that make you feel?
Oh, very intimidated, if I'm honest. It's the slow motion movement that's really setting me off. Sitting here sweating, heart's racing, and I don't really know whether I've bit off more than I can chew with this fight, if I'm being honest.
Jay, what about you? You're looking at Badboybeaman. Obviously, he's wearing the hat. He's wearing the nice tie. He's quite a handsome man. We can't dispute that. Jay, how looking at him right now? How does that make you feel?
Feels down, lad.
Feels sound.
You know what? You know what?
Sound.
I like that. I like that. What's it called? So the vibe I'm getting already is, Jay, you're not here to mess around. You're not here to entertain the trash talk. You're just here to give your answer and get on with fight night. I respect that. Now, Beaman, I've got a question for you. So obviously, let's not lie. You're not arguably, you're the biggest guy on this card, following wise. You've got a massive following. You've got people who support you, and you've got people who hate you. But any publicity is good publicity. And so, why did you choose to take this fight against Jay? Because you've obviously got the biggest following. You could have chosen anyone on this card, and it's not like Jay is someone that you can pick and you can easily beat. Jay has shown that he puts in the work and he trains hard. He can put up a solid fight. So why did you accept this fight and Jay specifically as an opponent?
Well, obviously, for those who are aware, this is not my original opponent. I was meant to be fighting somebody else who ended up having medical issues, so we had to pull out the fight. And when they approached me with the opportunity to still fight against somebody else, meaning Jayst, I was more than happy to. But listen, you could put 10 people in front of me and I would still stand my ground and fight. Like, that's who I am. It's how I was brought up. It's just what I've been doing for pretty much my whole life. So, you know, there's no one you could put in front of me and I would turn down a fight against at all. So Jayst is just another person who I'm going to go in the ring and punch.
Respect, bro, respect. Now, Jay, I can't lie, all over social media, you're always putting out footage and letting people know that you're training with good boxers. You're training with professionals. You're training with people that the pro boxing scene know and love. So why have you decided to take the smaller creator boxing route, the crossover boxing route, instead of maybe the amateurs going into the pros? Why have you decided this route? Because I personally think that you can do well on this, but you could also do well on the amateurs. You could also take up white collar fights. You could do that sort of thing. So why has it been small creator boxing that's intrigued you?
Well, I think the plan in the future is to go amateur. Uh, but I started off in the small creator scene. I was supposed to find the first event not to pull out. Uh, and then I was offered the fight. I was told about his following, and it's free clout at the end of the day. And I'm going for any fight, so I accepted it, and I'm here now.
Respect, bro. Respect. So, from what you both just said, you've both had opponents in the past that unfortunately you haven't been able to fight. Obviously, with Beaman, you were supposed to fight someone else on this card. Jay, you were supposed to fight someone else on the other card. So, is this a matchup that you guys really, really want? Because it seems like you two have been put together because there's no other option. But will you two fight like you want to fight, hurt, and damage each other?
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
Fair play.
fight to kill.
Fight to kill. I like it. I like it. So it's kind of my question now is kind of similar to the one I just asked, but is your opponent motivating for you? Like Beaman, with you, when you see Jay training around pros, when you see him putting in the work daily, does that motivate you to go and train? Or
No, I don't need to see what my opponent's doing to have that motivation. I've been born into this. Like, I fight, I train. I've been training for the past 15 years, I've had 54 fights, white collar, and come out with a lot of wins out of that. This is just something I do. It's a mental state, a mental mind game, and obviously playing the games online's fine. And I'll have a little bit of fun with that over on Twitter and stuff, but, it's not about the opponent that motivates me at all. It's the thirst for the knockout, the thirst for the kill. That's it.
now, Jay, hearing the 54 white collar fights, hearing the first for the knockout, does that motivate you to fight and beat Badboybeaman?
Yeah, look, I'm always motivated, and with the people I've got in my corner, they've got a certain standard that they expect from me. So, I'm always performing at my best. I'm always motivated, and it's just another day in the office.
I see. So, Beaman, looking at Jay, looking at his footage, have you seen much footage on him?
I've seen about 2 clips, and I mean, I've already passed comment to Jay in the past in a Twitter space that he looks like he's got good footwork and stuff. So keep training hard and putting in 100% effort, 110% if he can, because he's going to need it.
So is footwork the thing that you'd say he has that some of your past opponents haven't? Or is there anything else that you think, all right, what Jay has, an attribute that I have seen from these 2 clips, is something that I will need to kind of learn how to battle against, considering that maybe your past opponents haven't brought what he potentially can?
I mean, I've experienced a lot, I've experienced different levels of opponents. I've experienced people who are really good with the footwork but can't really throw punches. I've experienced people who can hit really hard but stand very still, people who don't move their head, people who are just great at it all. I've come out victorious in most of them, some have lost, but there's nothing about Jay's training videos that I've seen that really makes me feel anyway, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, he's putting out clips, right? That are probably 10%, 20% of what he's actually capable of, and if he's not and he's actually putting out 100% clips, then more fool him. But yeah, there's nothing about his clips that makes me feel either way.
Now, Jay, so what do you look? Have you seen much footage of Badboybeaman? Have you been trying to look at who you're at, the skill level that your opponent will be at?
I've seen all of his footage. I've seen it all. My trainers have seen it all. He's good. He's a good guy, good fighter.
So looking at his footage, what is one thing that Badboybeaman has which you think, oh damn, I'm gonna have to prepare for that?
His Superman punch.
Superman punch. Beaman, are you gonna be
No.
Beaman? Are you gonna on fight night? Are you gonna be using that Superman punch?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll see what other tricks I've got in the bag as well on the night. But that Superman punch is something I do actually do quite a lot. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's
Has
more
that,
like a troll punch. You know, when the guy's on the ropes or something, I'll do a little Superman jab at them. Yeah.
how well has that worked before?
I mean,
Not
well,
well.
it's not a knockout punch. It's more just to tease them and troll with them. You know, to let them know that I've got the upper hand at that moment. They're on the back foot. They're on the ropes, covering themselves up, and they probably don't even see it coming most of the time. But if it does happen, it will become a clip and it will go viral. That's for sure.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Now, Jay, I saw on Twitter. Don't ask me where I saw it because I just saw it. Okay, I saw there was a poll. They asked who's going to win, JST or Badboybeaman, and Jay, you won that poll. Does that give you extra confidence?
It was Beaman's own poll.
Oh, it was Beaman's. Well, Beaman, I do apologise, but
Don't
Jay, still,
apologise, mate.
regardless, does that give you confidence considering that you've just won a poll? His followers think that you're gonna win in a fight against him.
No,
Does
not
that?
it doesn't give me any confidence. It's all his haters, you know, but I think it's pretty funny at the end of the day.
Okay. So you know what? It's an interesting dynamic that you two have going on right now. So I'm just gonna cut the BS. Beaman, what is your fight prediction?
I'm gonna win. That's all I'll say. I'm not gonna pick a round. I'm not gonna pick a style or a way to win, but I will win.
How confident are you that you're gonna win?
100%. No doubt in my mind.
Are you confident enough to put up a bet?
Like, what kind of bet are we talking? Money? I'll put 10 grand on it right now. Like,
10 grand. All right. Well. I mean, not money, but let's just say, all right. You have.
Grand.
what?
Sorry, Jay, I didn't catch what you said there. Can you repeat that?
Look at the quality I'm on. Do you think I've got 10 grand?
Well, if you were confident enough in the win, mate, you wouldn't be bothered about whether you had 10 grand. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right, 10 grand then.
But I will chase you down and you can do a pay weekly or something like that, mate. You know, it would be like Providence or whatever you call it these days.
All right. And so Jay, is that reciprocated? Do you feel 100% confident that you're going to win?
Yeah, I reckon it goes a distance and I'll win.
Okay. So I brought up a bet. Hear me out, guys. I know I'm supposed to be the moderator of this face to face, but I'm just gonna get out of this role. So you both sound confident about fighting in general. You guys want to carry on fighting. This doesn't seem like this will be the last fight for either of you. How about the loser of this fight gives up the gloves?
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, from a business standpoint for either of us, that's not actually a really good bet. I think that if for example, Jay wants to continue moving forward and go into the amateurs at a young age, and then he's made a bet like this, and I dominate him in the fight, then it's game over for him and his future in boxing. And vice versa, if I give up the fight, then maybe all these other shows and so on that are happening that I might be entitled to go on. I don't know. Is Jay up for the bet?
That's true.
For the bet.
Right.
I mean, Jay. I mean, what you had a point. You had a very true point. But the bet's there if it's there. If you guys if stuff goes down, the build up, you guys just get sick of each other. We can bring that back up. But Jay, what is your prediction for the fight? You're accurate. What you actually think is going to happen?
I reckon it'll go the distance and I'll win on points.
Win on points. Where do you feel that you'll be most successful in the fight? I assume if you're talking about distance during the end of the fight, you feel like that's going to be where you're strongest at. But is there anywhere specific where you think that you're going to take advantage of Badboybeaman?
No, not really. No, I just need to keep it a constant flow, and I reckon I can outbox him.
Fair enough. Now, Beaman, obviously, you want to fight. You want to fight after this. Who? I don't just want to know who, mate. If you can name 3 people for me that you think would be a good fight for after you hopefully beat JST.
I'm looking at the big dogs, you know. I'm looking at
Go on,
the
tell us.
KSIs. I'm looking at the Jake Pauls, the Logan Pauls, all of them. You know, reach for the stars, as they say. They're the stars, but I'm the better fighter. So they're the ones I want to go for. And listen, this isn't just me being big-headed now. Back when I had like 2,000 subscribers, I always said to my community, when I hit 100,000 subs, I'm going to call out KSI and Logan Paul. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But obviously, got to start somewhere, get into the scene, and build up from there. So that's exactly what this is.
From JST to KSI, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Now, Jay, who do you want to fight next? If you manage to beat Beaman, who do you want next? I want you to give me 3 people.
Oh, look, there's quite a few heavyweights in the influencer scene. You know, like I said I wanted to go into amateurs and that, so I'll see how this goes. And you know, if I want to continue doing SCB, I will. But if I go into amateurs, I'll do that as well.
Fair enough.
You could have
fair
chosen.
enough. You know, I like that answer. Very honest. So, Beaman, looking at Jay right now, quick fire. What 3 words come to your head when you look at your opponent?
Yam yam. I can't say the other one. Baby face. Do you have armpit hair?
I think that was more than 3 words, but
No,
Jay,
but they're the 3 quick fire things that came to me head.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Jay, 3 words when you look at Bad Boy Beaman.
Fat boy, B-man.
Did you say was that Bad Boy Beaman or was that Fat Boy Beaman? Like I couldn't hear that.
You said fat. I've heard better, mate. I've heard better.
All right. Now, Beaman, give us one reason why everyone watching this live stream right now should go ahead and watch the fight on May 27th.
Right, from an honest opinion of my own, the reason I'm involved in this show is because I love the fact that this promotion is for the smaller creators. The reason I've decided to get involved in a show like this is because I think it's great that these guys are getting a platform. So to support the smaller creators who want to get involved in the boxing scene, you should definitely tune in to watch the fight on May 27th. And plus, I'm going to get a knockout, so tune in.
Jay, what about you? Why do you think the people watching this should go ahead and buy a ticket or check out the fight on YouTube live on this channel? Subscribe while you're at it. Go on, Jay, give us your answer.
Watch a 40-year-old get embarrassed by a 19-year-old.
Do you actually think that's going to happen? Do you actually think that you're going to not only beat, but you're going to embarrass Bad Boy Beaman?
Absolutely.
Beaman.
I'm not even 40, man. Come on. Not even 40.
Beaman, but
Round
embarrassed is bro just said round it up. So let's be honest. Embarrassment is a big statement. Not only does he think he's going to beat you, he's going to embarrass you. Is that reciprocated? Are you going to not only beat Jay, are you going to embarrass him as well?
I mean, it's simple, really, to break down what's been said already over the past, 15 minutes or so. He's stated that there's no real path that he's going to be able to pick off me. He's stated that it's going to go the distance. He doesn't really know whether it's going to go his way, really. You can tell in the tone of his voice. There's no way there's going to be embarrassment my way. And I think for Jay, somebody who's just getting into it, there's no real embarrassment for him. So even if I was to knock him out in the first round, it's not really embarrassing. He can go back to the gym and recoup and relearn from there.
So, Jay, what do you think about that? Beaman just said that you're not being sincere when you say these things.
I've got absolutely zero to lose here. Nothing to lose. If I lose first round, that happens. If I win, that's even bigger for me.
Fair enough. You know what? It's true. It is the underdog story. Everyone loves that. Another reason why everyone watching here should go and buy a ticket or just subscribe. So let's talk about the card, because the card is stacked. Beaman, who out of all the fights on the card, who are you most excited to watch in?
There's two people I'm excited to watch. I don't know either of their opponents. I know that. Wait, there you told me one before. So we've got Cowboy Stu versus Callum Vella, is it right? So that's a fight
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. The drama that's unfolded on Twitter over the last couple of weeks has been absolutely manic. Another one is Halford Sucks. Obviously, you know, I've dealt with him to get him involved in this, and I think that he's. I don't really know what he's doing for training, but I'm excited to see how it pans out for him. So they're the two fights I'm definitely excited to see.
Jay, what about you? This undercard, what are you thinking?
All the Brummies, mate. You got the Kellys coming down. You got Brandon Jones, Anton Bell,
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Army.
Beaman, it's weird. I'll be honest. The vibe that I'm getting between you two it's a bit negative. There's a bit of trash talk, but then it seems respectful. After the fight, whatever the decision, would you be down to a potential rematch if you were to lose the fight, or would you just leave it?
There's no reason for talking about a rematch at the moment. Honestly, once the fight's done and dusted on the night, me and Jay can go to the bar and have a drink together and just celebrate or, commiserate either or. But that's my plan. As far as a rematch goes, we'll wait and see what the decision is on the night, and then it's up to the one who won, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. Jay, what about you? Would you be down to a potential rematch, or would you just leave it if you were to lose, of course?
I think there'll be need for a rematch, but I'm definitely down for a point after.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Now, Beaman, you guys will probably the build-up has only just begun, so this won't be your last words to Jay. But anything to say before we go?
Good luck, mate.
Cheers, lad.
Jay. So obviously you just responded to that, but is there anything that you want to add on? Is there anything that you want to say to Beaman?
Not really. No, I'm just ready for fighting.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the main event face to face. Badboybeaman versus JST. Look, I'll be real with you. You guys have to watch this fight. You're going to be missing out on a lot, and it's not even for these guys. If you guys want the chance to fight an SCB, to do your research, because I know a lot of you want to, and a lot of you can. You just got to put in the work. These guys are putting on a great example of how to promote their fight, how to be. So, guys, go and buy a ticket. You need to be there. The vibes are going to be sick. And subscribe to the SCB YouTube channel right now to watch the fight. Watch the fight from the comfort of your own home. It's going to be amazing. These guys are ready to fight. The whole undercard is ready to fight. It's going to go off. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Buy tickets, watch SCB, and most importantly, subscribe to Leo Ains. See you guys in a bit.